Hello all. I'm out here today and I want to share a backpack that I put together. This one I'm calling a Hunter Survival Pack. Today it's not hunting season, it's Sunday, so I'm just out scouting around. That's why I do not have a rifle or a shotgun. But I'm out here and I figured I'll show you this kit because it may give you some ideas of what you may want to carry during your outings, whether you're hunting, hiking, or whatever out here in the forest. So I do these videos to help people realize and think a little bit of what they carry. I've been with search and rescue for years, and every year we're out there looking for lost hunters or stranded people and so on and so forth. If they had a little bit of gear, some of them may have been better off for sure. Carrying some gear can make all the difference. If I get lost out here right now with the gear I have, I'm camping for the night. But I have the skill set to do that. But, learn your gear, carry what you know, and it may actually save your life. I'm going to show you, like I said, what's in this here and how I run down and make my own kit for my own area. Let's take off my pack here real quick. Now this pack is a lot of Hunter Orange on it, and I don't want to cover my Hunter Orange. This here does have some black and such, but I should still have the legal amount of Hunter Orange. I would also need a Hunter Orange hat if I was hunting. But this here, I've got another pack that's orange, and this here should have enough orange on it that I wouldn't, I'd still be legal to hunt with it. That's what you want. If you're gonna have a pack, you've gotta, not cover any of your Hunter Orange. This here, that's why I bought this pack. Now this here is only about 12 pounds, but it has essentials in this that could save my life. I'm the type of hunter that actually goes out into the woods. I'll start on trails and such, but I'm walking. 2 feet in a heartbeat kind of hunter. I'm not just someone riding out on a four-wheeler, sitting in a field waiting for something to walk out. I'm out in the bush. So I could get lost, I could get stranded. This here covers a lot of my needs. First off, look at my belt. I have a large survival knife. This here allows me to take down, wrist-size, arm-size trees if I need to, delimb quickly to make brush for a bed and so on and so forth. But it's balanced and sharp enough I could carve a toothpick. So it does everything a small knife can do and more. So I always carry a big knife. In here, I have a bandage. I also have a knife sharpener and a ferro rod. This side, I have my bear spray, and I have a Bahco Laplander folding saw. So I've got a lot of the tools I need covered right here. This here, with these tools, a knife and a saw, that's basically anything I'll need. I can get down with that there. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to start looking at the outside of the pack and then go in through and go through the contents. First off, I have a stainless steel water bottle, 1 liter right here. And I have boiled a lot of water in this. If you notice, this is clipped right here, so I don't have to worry about losing this out of this side pocket. Very important to make sure that these don't fall out. Yes, I've got it tight here, but I also have it through here. It is not coming out of this pouch. It takes some effort to get it out of there. So I know my water bottle is secure. Stainless steel, single walled, and you remove the cap. Cap comes right off. There's no plastic. I can boil water in it if need be. So that's the first thing I have on here. in this section, I have my fire kit. Now these are cotton pads soaked in wax. They last a long time. I've got some dollar store, basically wood fiber soaked in wax. They last a long time. I've got 3 disposable lighters in there and a box of matches. This is Surefire, and it gives you long lasting flame to dry out and burn even, you know, medium to dry type of tinder and materials. So you want that long life of that flame. In here I have the Sawyer Mini. Now the Sawyer Mini is one of my favorite. I'm going to set down my pack for a second. Yeah, I hit the camera. The tripod. So what I've done with this one, I've used this in many different places. This is the cleaning syringe right here. Put clean water in, you back flush it. These Sawyer Minis will last a lifetime if you take care of them. Make sure they don't freeze. That's the Sawyer Mini right there. I've also have a 500 milliliter bottle here that I can fill up and drink from. But I also put in a 1 liter as well. So I'll have 1.5 liters of water that I can take. I can drink my fill and take these with me if need be. I can also refill my water bottle first before I fill these. So it gives me a lot of options with water. And I've drank out of swamps. I've drank out of, you know, many different sources with this water filter right here. Biggest thing, don't let it freeze. So when building a kit, I go through what our body needs to stay alive. We need water. I have my water covered now. I have a way to boil my water. I also have a way to purify my water without boiling and gather water. So my water is covered. I also have fire covered. Fire is used for boiling water, but it's also used for warmth. It's used for cooking. Just many things fire is used for. I've got that covered. So I've got water, fire. Now, what you got to go through is I need to be hydrated and I got to keep my core temperature regulated. That's your most important, keeping your core temperature regulated, then water. So I've already got a means to keep my core temperature regulated by fire, and also I have water covered. Now we're gonna move in and see what else is in this pack. This here is 2 days worth of food. Survival tabs are called. You can check those out. I actually have a video on survival tabs on my channel I've done years ago. But it's recommended you carry a day's worth of food in your pack you're not eating. It helps with morale. So if you're fighting with fire, you can become hangry. Next thing you know, your lighter goes down through the woods. So being able to take a break, just, you know, eat a bar, you know, an energy bar. So that day's worth of food could be instant soups, instant oatmeal, instant, you know, many different types of instant drinks. Just, there's so much you could actually carry that would help with that morale boost. Having yourself an energy bar, just taking a break, chilling out for a couple minutes to gather your thoughts and then go back to it. Very important. So I've got these here, the tabs. I also have a bug jacket. Right now there's not many bugs, but there's still some bugs out here. And, you know, at times they can drive a lot of people batty. And if I'm sleeping out in a bunch of brush and stuff like that there, I want a bug jacket on just so I don't know a tick's, you know, keeping myself mentally prepared that I don't have to worry about a tick crawling in my ear. ant up my nose, you know, whatever, right? Well, this here keeps me covered, and it can help with that mentality as well. Also got a couple hand warmers in here that can come into play. Now this here came with this. It's just an extension of a USB cord. Came with this backpack. So that's what I've got in the front pocket here. Hand warmers, food, and a bug jacket. A lot of this stuff, you know, comes in handy, but it's a lot is mental. If you shut down mentally, you're done. Because you don't lift your arm without your brain telling you so. You know, so having that mentality, the right mentality, is utmost important. In this next pouch, I don't have anything in this second one back here. What I have is an area lamp. That comes in very handy. And I also, in here, I carry 2 headlamps, plus extra batteries. I do not carry batteries in the headlamps. That way I'm not accidentally turning them on and killing my batteries. And I don't have to worry about, you know, a battery corroding in my headlamp, ruining my headlamp. So I keep them out before dark. I will take my jacket off, get down by the ground, and start putting the batteries in. I don't want to be putting batteries in way up here. Drop one, it bounces off. If I'm over top of a jacket, a bandana and such, then if it drops, it's dropping 2 inches and it's going to stay where it dropped. Very important as well. So I've got lighting. That is morale again. You know, things going bump at night. If you can see what's going bump, oh wow, it's just a squirrel. That can help with mentality as well. So, and if I start running out of firewood, I can look around and get firewood with a headlamp. Wandering around after dark in, you know, in the woods is not a safe venture for sure. So I've got that in there. I've got basically 2 hanks of bank line here. Also, first aid kit. And what else I put in here is a water filter bag. This here, I can put dirty water in and it soaks through and clean water comes out. And this weighs nothing, so I threw it in. This is a water jug. So I can collect water and bring with me if I want, even in this jug. So just an added addition, why not, when it weighs nothing and you have the room. So I have lighting covered, I've got water covered, I've got fire covered. And that there, it doesn't weigh hardly anything. Very important to keep your weight down if you can, but it's also very important to carry what you need. So there may be a sacrifice there. Now this one here probably weighs about 5 pounds, the next items I show you, but they have increased my chances probably by 80%, I would say, of survivability out here if I was lost or stranded, especially this time of year. This I recommend everybody should carry. I'm carrying a backpack anyway, and to me I'd be a fool not to carry these couple essential items that I'm going to show you right now. First off, this is rain gear. This is a poncho and leggings. I've used this many times in storms and I've kept dry. This time of year it could pour rain anytime, and if you're wet you have no insulation value of your clothing and you're fighting many different areas of heat loss. So you want to stay dry. This here, very essential. Next is this here. This is the Maritime Wilderness Skills. I designed this, and it's the reflex shelter. Now, I teach my students with a 6x8 tarp, poly tarp, and it works very well. And I've spent many nights underneath a 6x8 tarp. This is just an upgraded version of that tarp, with sides, with reflective qualities, and so on. This here weighs about 1.5 pounds, but this is just, I spent many nights under it, and this is a deluxe version of a survival shelter in my opinion. Go-To Systems actually sells this. And in here, in a dry bag to keep it dry. This is essential as well. How do I want to say this? This here, I have been, preaching this about people when they make a kit, add a sleeping bag, sleeping system. Now, this is rated for 0 degrees. I am not fire dependent, at 0 degrees. Anything any lower, I save firewood. Anything above, I'm covered. So this here has just increased my chances big time. It's not dropping down to 0 degrees. It's close right now in my area, but it's not. So this here, I don't have to worry about getting firewood or anything. Now this has a bivy bag to keep me dry, and also retain some heat. And it also has a liner and a sleeping bag. This is the Quart system by Snugpak. I've had it for many years and it works great. And I keep it in a dry sack just so I know I could drop my bag in the water or anything. Well, this is going to still be dry. Very, very important to me. I've had a cough now for about 3 weeks, and it doesn't want to go away. Sure it will someday. And then I have a 4x6 tarp that if I make a bush bed and such, I can throw this on it. I can gather leaves on this, just many uses for a tarp. So that is all the contents in this pack. This thing here weighs probably about 3 pounds maybe. So together, this right here is about 5, maybe 6 pounds. Now, to me, this covers my core temperature and utmost important. If I just had these, I could probably survive the night with nothing else. But when it comes to, you want water and you want everything else, next day, you are not going to last long without water. So you definitely want to have something to purify your water. And if you need that extra little bit of heat, you can make fire and so on. So when I make my kits, like I said, I always think of core temperature and water. Food, I can last weeks without food, but if I have a little food, it's a morale boost. So it's up to you what you want to throw in your own kits, but just keep some of this stuff in mind and think of what you need in your area to keep you safe. Core temperature is utmost important, and so is hydration. So I hope this video helps, and stay safe out there. Also, I do carry a compass on my person, and I know this area, and I always check a map before I go. I know where the water sources are in this area. Right over there is a lake. I just know that because of this area. So know your area. If you don't, map and compass is good, because if you need water, you can head towards that water source if you can triangulate your position. So just a thought, that can also keep you safe and get you out of a situation as well. So map and compass is always good. And as you've seen, I have a boo-boo kit, as I call it, because all it's going to help really is, you know, your minor burns, cuts, scrapes, and so on. So have a good day, stay safe, all the best.